So I'm 22 weeks pregnant, and I'm gonna be doing my 21-week update, which is actually going to be a little bit long. I'm gonna try to not make it long, but a lot of stuff happened last week that it kind of scared me a little bit. Okay, so I have my little notepad here because so many things happened that I ended up having to start writing them down because it was just intense. It was an intense week, to say the least. It wasn't one of my better weeks. So the first thing that happened, literally beginning on the day that I turned 20 weeks, or 21 weeks, I started having Braxton Hicks contractions. And if you don't know what that is, all it is just your uterus tightening, contracting. I know that I felt my first Braxton Hicks this time, knowing what they are, at about 13 weeks. And I've heard people say that they've had them earlier than that. So I don't know when it actually begins, but it's literally just your uterus contracting, and it feels very tight. Your entire uterus tightens up. It feels like a ball. And usually it's not associated with a lot of pain. If it starts from your lower back and radiates to the front, then it's something to kind of watch and probably need to ask your doctor about. Mine was just the tightening, but along with the tightening was loss of breath. I felt like I just could not breathe through the contractions. Also, it would make me feel like I would have to go to the bathroom. Like an immediate urge, like I just, I don't know how else to explain it. It feels really weird. I had that constantly, and having it all week long, and it would be every single day pretty much the entire week. And I couldn't figure out what was causing it, and I finally did realize what it was, and I fixed that problem. It was just, they can be brought on by absolutely nothing, and then they can also be brought on by something that you're doing. It can be, like stress. If you're stressed out, then you can start having some Braxton Hicks if you're not drinking enough water. Another thing that happens, or that can cause them, is your blood pressure decreases within, I don't know when it starts, 20 weeks, 21 weeks, something like that. Your blood pressure will decrease and your blood flow will increase, apparently. I had to talk to my nurse about all this fun stuff, and she actually advised me not to come in for the symptoms that I was telling her with my Braxton Hicks, only because I kept reiterating the fact that I was not in any pain. It was just uncomfortable, and I was worried because I was uncomfortable and because I kept getting them every hour, and it was just kind of like, is this something I should worry about or not? Because I'd like to know. Just doing more than what your body can take, and that was another one of my problems. I would, I was, it's almost Christmas, so I'm running around trying to get all these Christmas presents done and trying to keep the house clean, and I just cannot. And I have to, I guess, start realizing that my body cannot keep up with my mind right now. It's really hard for me to admit that fact, but it's a true fact in itself. My body cannot keep up with my mind, because my mind goes like a million miles an hour. And it's always, I need to get this done, I need to get this done, and I've got my little checklist in my head about what needs to be done today, blah, 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 blah. And most of the time I accomplish everything in my head list. It's most of the time. And then on top of that, with the Christmas, I want to be out. I want to be buying people gifts, and I can't walk as much as I normally was able to. About 30 minutes to an hour, and then I start feeling kind of crampy, I guess is the word to describe it. Just a little bit, like I have almost menstrual cramps. And at that point I know to stop, because if I continue past that point, then I end up starting to have the Braxton Hicks, and they don't stop immediately when I stop doing something. I have to go through this whole process of like just relaxing, and it's really hard. So I just try to avoid it. The other things that happened last week was my appetite slowed down. But then again, because of all the Braxton Hicks contractions that I was having, I didn't really want to eat. I didn't want to do anything but just try to get them to just stop. I was not hungry though at all. I felt sick. I felt like I was not sick like I was going to throw up, but sick like I was coming down with something, like a cold, blah, 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 blah. I felt really, really tired last week. Not like a normal tired either. It was like, I had this tired, I know I had it earlier in the pregnancy. It was where I would be fine and I'd be like talking and having a good time, and then it would just hit me and I would need to go to sleep that minute. That no questions asked, that I needed to go to. I honestly think my body was just like, stop. Please stop. My back pain did return, and it is still present. It gets annoying when I try to sleep, I will say that, because I'm not sleeping, I wasn't sleeping very well. And it was because I couldn't find a good position. I can't sleep on my back because apparently that's bad. So obviously can't sleep on my stomach. That's just impossible. So I'm supposed to sleep on my left side, but my left side is not comfortable. It's by far the most uncomfortable side if I had to pick one. So, but I'm really trying to sleep on that side, and it's just kind of getting harder. It was just a really bad week, and I feel bad because I feel like I'm just like all negative, but I just didn't have a good week last week. It's so much better this week. I can't wait to, you know, give my thing for next week. But last week just kind of stunk a little bit. It was just kind of bad. And I even did another video, but I didn't even have the, I guess, I didn't want to do anything. I just felt like I should just not do anything. So I just kind of laid around, drank a ton of water, and started eating a little bit more, trying to just make those things go away. That was all I was worried about. There he is, oh my goodness. I can feel the stretching here, but I don't feel it anywhere else. Like, I know with Ty, I felt it everywhere. But he was farther back. He sat more on my back than this guy sits more frontwards. I'm pretty sure I was around, like, this point would have been my 30 week with Ty. I look bigger this time around. So, that's what he looks like. The other thing that I wanted to show or update on is my weight, because since I did have a kind of crappy week last week, and with the whole appetite slowing down and everything along those lines, I'm kind of thinking that I'm going to be around the same. Let's go find out. So there we go. That is that's how much I've gained in that time period. I gained 1.5 pounds. And I'm really surprised by that. I don't get it. I'm very surprised. For Mom Pulse, they're doing Mom of the Year awards, and I was nominated along with a few of the other women for Best Pregnancy Vlog. And I completely could not believe this. And I still am kind of in disbelief by this. And I'm not expecting to win. I promise you I'm not. Just the fact that I was nominated made me cry enough. So I'm not expecting to win. But if you would like to go vote for your favorite Mom Pulser, go to their Facebook page. I will put a link in the description box. I we'll put one, I guess, right here too, kind of off on the side or something. But if you'd like to go vote for me for a pregnancy vlog, there's, I don't remember how many other women there are, but definitely vote for your favorites. I know Laura's on there, and then a few of the other ones. Laura's the only one I know personally, but so we're both in the running for this best pregnancy vlog. It'll end on the 21st of December. It's only open for this week. If you'd like to go vote for me, then that'd be so awesome, and I thank you so much. I'm just so excited that I'm like in a competition with like any of these women. It's so awesome. So anyway, so otherwise I think that's it, and I will see you for my 22-week update next week. I'm excited. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Bye guys.